G'day again, Dom Thurbon here. I wanted to take the next couple of minutes to just basically share some insights from the companies I've worked with around the world about how people are embracing new social technologies to drive collaboration. Not like, oh, how can I use Facebook and Twitter and those sorts of things, but actually how are people adopting emerging Web 2.0 technologies to facilitate collaboration inside their business. And basically just give you the cheat sheet of the next steps if you're looking at exploring some of these things. I reckon there's basically a holy trinity of collaborative tools in the business. And here's like just a wee little sort of diagram that sums it up. Number one is a set of tools I'm just going to call social networks. Number two is a set of tools I would call content sharing tools. And number three are a set of tools that I would call knowledge aggregation tools. So number one, social networks. I just think of social networks as places where we can go, put our expertise in what we know, and then build connections with other people who have overlapping or relevant areas of expertise. Places we go to meet and build connections. I don't know who decided to call them social networks, because to me that just sounds like networking, and we embrace that as being valuable for all businesses. But this new digital space of being able to build relevant and useful connections online and with expressed pre-qualified areas of expertise is hugely relevant in cutting down the amount of time it takes to find other people who are useful for you at work. You know, according to the IBM Global Survey, the Global CIO Survey, we spend about 25% of every day just looking for stuff, looking for information. Social networks are the shortcut to find the people who have the answers to help us get our job done. Tool number two, content sharing tools. You can think of this as blogs. This is your kind of YouTube and Blogger meets the enterprise. And here you're talking about tools that can be usefully leveraged for either internal communications or external communications. Places where we can facilitate inter-team collaboration. I mean, the story of how Blogger started is, you know, perhaps the great indication of how this works. Back in the early 90s, a group of software engineers were building a new tool that they wanted to take to market. And they were like, they were basically saying, we need a way to communicate as a team. And one of them said, well, I'm just going to build a tool where I can write what I'm working on and like press save, and that'll go to the top of the list. And if you come along and write something you're working on and press save, that'll go to the top of the list, which might sound familiar to anyone who has ever read a blog. About 3 weeks later, they're going, hold on a sec. This thing we've built to help manage our internal communications, this is a way better product than the software tool we were making. So they turned that into a tool called Blogger and basically invented the concept of blogs around the world. So this is using information sharing tools to help distribute information amongst the enterprise, whether it be in a team, in a silo, or across an entire organization. The third set of tools are knowledge aggregation tools. And perhaps the most famous example is Wikipedia. I come from a long line of academics, which explains a lot about me, and I apologize for that. But one of the things that meant about me is I was very naturally skeptical of Wikipedia when it first sort of came out. I was like, it's not peer-reviewed. This must be a steaming pile of rubbish. My mind was changed forever in 2006 when the University of Cambridge English department conducted a comparative analysis of the accuracy of Wikipedia versus the accuracy of Encyclopedia Britannica. And get a load of this. At 2.5 million English language articles available for free at your fingertips in front of you, there is a lower per 1,000 word error rate on Wikipedia than there is in the Encyclopedia Britannica. Just as in the late kind of 1990s or the mid 1990s, people were questioning the value of email, but today there is not an enterprise in the world without email. I guarantee you in 5 to 10 years, although there are enterprises now questioning the value of the wiki, in 5 to 10 years time, there will not be an enterprise on earth that is not leveraging the power of knowledge aggregation tools like wikis in order to expedite internal communications and knowledge management. I just define a knowledge aggregation tool as a place where I can put what I know, you can add what you know, and collectively, we're smarter than we would be as individuals. That's all it is. It's basically technical internal documentation on steroids. And that is the kind of final piece of the puzzle of leveraging creative technologies and Web 2.0 technologies to drive collaboration. Social networks, content sharing tools, and knowledge aggregation tools. Leverage that holy trinity, and you can drive innovation, increase productivity, and drive staff engagement. And I hope you have fun playing with those.